Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? It's Wind Down Wednesday. Hello, Miss Riviera. How are you? How's everybody doing? Hey Doc. How's everybody doing? Y'all doing all right? How is your day going? Hey DK Benita, Keisha. How are everybody doing? How's everything going? Have y'all enjoyed your holidays? Did y'all have a good time? Hey everybody, grab a seat. Grab a seat. If you want to sit at this table, like I said, grab a seat, pull up the chair. Welcome to Let's Bring It to the Table, where we talk about how to enhance our lives by addressing issues that specifically impact our lives. How are y'all doing? Do y'all know we only have a couple of days before the new year comes in? Isn't that amazing? Hey, Facebook, how are y'all? Y'all know what to do over there. Share, 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 and like. And over here, liking on TikTok helps the algorithm. So I will appreciate if y'all will go ahead and like this video. Let's get up. Our goal is 1,000 for right now within the first 30 minutes. So like this video, share it. Sharing is caring, as I always say. The more people, the more better. And conversate with me. Conversate with me because we're going to go somewhere with this. I don't want y'all to miss out. I don't want y'all to delay. I want y'all to have a great time with me. I really, really do. I enjoy, being around people and getting to know people because why not? This is TikTok. This is Facebook. This is what we're here for. Today, y'all, our topic is an interesting topic because it is the closing of the year. It's called Coming to the Closing of 2023, Working Together to Elevate 2024, also Wealth Autonomy in 2024. This comes from the fact that I started last year and I'm going to continue to do it every year, financially free, but it's going to be financially free in 24, where we do everything that we can to change your mindset, to get you to do side hustles, and to just grow as a person, because why not? I mean, everybody wants to grow. Everybody wants to do better in their life, no matter if it's your health, your mental state, your love life, whatever it is, we can talk about it. If you got any questions or concerns, let me know. Okay. Hi, Alois. How are you doing over there? Yeah, so like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, let me know because I'm going to give it these. Make sure that you have your pen and paper ready because this is not for the weak of heart. I tell people that all the time because what I do is what I do, and I try to do it in such a loving and respectful manner to where you can get the understanding that you desire and what you need. Now, I am going to be going back and forth with TikTok and Facebook. So if I miss a question, somebody stop me and let me know. Repeat it if you have to. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to talk about some things that we need to talk about regarding New Year's resolutions. It's a personal commitment people make to achieve specific goals or to make specific changes. How many of y'all have already gotten your goals? How many of y'all have set those personal commitments? If you don't mind sharing, let me know. What is your personal goals and what do you have in terms of what you're going to succeed in for next year? Can anyone explain that? For me, is to build this platform. I want to triple the digits of followers. I want to also hit my last plateau in my weight loss journey. I only got 20 not even really 20. I think it's 15 pounds to go, and then I'll be 250. So I've come a long way. I don't look like I started at 400 pounds, but I've come a long way. And so I got to get those last, and I'm going to do it in my first quarter. And so, anybody want to share? Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. Yeah, because sometimes people don't understand that we make these year-long goals, but we don't break it down into where it can help you in a better manner. It's the one thing that bothers me is like some people will say, "Well, I want to lose weight. That's my resolution." Don't make that a resolution. Make that a plan. Because it don't take that many days for people to give up. They give up real quick. First of the year, they come in, they're gun ho, because they didn't make these goals realistic, and it becomes frustrating to them. The one thing we always say: write it down, make it plain. That's the best thing you can do. You lose motivations because you don't have a plan, and even if let's say you become unstable a little bit, or you get to a place where you got a roadblock, we tend to give up, and it's a setback. Sometimes it takes too many setbacks, or it might be the fact that it gets overwhelming and it's so many changes at one time, and you don't look at the fact that you're trying, that those habits that you have comes into place. Like, I like chocolate. That's a habit I had to break. Some people like watching TV a lot. That's a habit they need to break, because it's too much that you have to do. Oh, you don't want to give up, Valerie? I don't want you to give up either. You need accountability partner. So if you have accountability partners, they'll push you. You might get mad now if you got the right accountability partner, but you don't have to give up. You never give up. You figure out, and this is why I tell people all the time, is you never give up. It's a failure if you give up. But see, what you're going to do is you're going to learn from whatever the roadblock is. You're going to learn from that, and then you're going to turn it around. You're going to make sure that you're able to accomplish these goals that you have set for yourself. And even if it takes you one day at a time to 1 week at a time, or however you decide to, first 2 weeks, people significantly drop off in the first 2 weeks because the initial excitement fades. By the end of January, majority of people realize the reality of the daily routines that they already have established versus the routines that they want to accomplish. And sometimes comfortability get us in a lot of trouble. So you don't want to stay comfortable. Never stay comfortable. That was something I learned a long, long time ago. And I don't even care if it's in a relationship. You never get comfortable in a relationship, because you got to keep it exciting. You got to keep the momentum. You got to keep your interest, if that's who you choose to be with, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friends. That's the only way you can keep your interest, because life be lifing. And they say after 6 weeks, people just drop off. They don't even see the importance of it anymore, because they haven't made that defined goal into what they realistically want the outcome to be, because of all the obstacles and the setbacks, and because they didn't prepare for that, and they don't have the support from friends or even professionals. So, I've always felt like it's better to go into a goal of whatever your resolution is, to go into it with a solution and to execute. Last year, we talked about setting solutions to what we wanted. I've had several women who came to my vision board party at the end of January. They came and they set goals. They set them. They had solutions for it, and I can say several of them met their goals. And I had one who recently met her goal. She ended up, getting her a vehicle, which I am so proud of her. Lois said, my house already, she said, my house already got my car. That's who she had got her car. She said she was going to get a car, and it's paid for her business. She put God first. And, and I'm loving it because that's what she decided to do. This is what she wanted. And I congratulate you on it. Now I need you to get you 5 more goals, or however many you think you can handle, Alois, and let's get ready for our next January party, and we're going to start executing so we can, one, get to the house, and then two, what you discussed on exceeding and increasing your business. Okay. So even with that being said, as we approach, we gotta make, like I said, you gotta execute a plan. So these are the things that I want you to think about. And even if you can write it down, write it down. I need you to set specific and achievable goals. Don't do a vague resolution like getting healthy or saving money, what to achieve, on what you want to achieve. I want you to be specific on that. I want you, instead of saying, I'm going to exercise, I want you to say, I'm going to do it 30 minutes a day. Or if you're wanting to save money, say, I'm going to do $100 or more a month. And make sure you're very precise in that goal in order for you to gain where you need to gain in that. um, I want you to also break it down. If you say you're going to save $100 each month, well, what that look like in a day? What does that look like in a week? What that look like for the whole month of you saving $100? If you do $25 a week, um, you can get there. If you do $5 a day, you can get there. It just depends on how you want to break it up in order to get there. Plan for obstacles. I've always done that. What's the devil? I do the devil's advocate per se with my goals. What if this might happen? What am I going to do about it? There's a lot of times things come into play of when you're wanting to do like exercising. If it's raining too hard, I won't exercise. I won't go to the gym. I exercise at home. It all depends on what it is. So you can't prevent yourself from reaching your goal. You have to. It's a must that you reach your goal. Okay. Let's say tracking the progress. It is good to have a notebook, a small notebook, if you can keep it on it, and you track and you boost your motivation. Give yourself kudos with that. Um, like I said, accountability partner is a great partner to have when you're seeking support. Because sometimes, we say sometimes, you don't get support from family and friends, but it might be someone from the outside. But whoever can encourage you and give you that accountability you need, and they are doing something similar, be that for each other because you need to. And that's the only way, some people can succeed. And then give yourself little rewards for the milestones you meet. Let's say your goal was to be able to stay on the treadmill for 30 minutes, and you want to be able to do that consecutively each day. So let's start with 5 minutes and work your way up until you meet that goal, and you can consistently do it every day or every 3 days. And then once you do that, set the next goal, because your ultimate goal might be able to stay an hour, and that takes time. And you can break it down in order for you to be able to do that. It's not hard. Now, I do have some mental that I think that a lot of people should look at in order to achieve, before they set any goals. I want you to reflect on what you truly want to achieve and why you want to achieve it. Understanding your core motivation with providing your a solid foundation for that solution so you can execute it. Now, when you reflect deeply, you have to know my goal. This was a long goal. It was a struggle, but I got there. I went from 400 pounds down to where I'm at now, and I only have about 15, maybe 20 or 15 pounds. I got to get on the scale again to meet my goal of 250. I've always said that I was a plus size girl. I'm gonna stay a plus size girl. I'm healthy. Um, some people might say, no, you can't be healthy as a plus size, but you can. You can. The blood pressure issues that I don't have it. Mine is controlled now. I've used my deep meditations to help me control. And some things I just do not let bother me. The only thing that can get to me is, basically the people I care about. And then that's me being a worry wart. But we tend to try not to be that way. And, but you can only change what you can. And I live by that. So set that goal. If you having blood pressure issues, exercise is number one. That helps the mental as well. If you stress a lot, learn to let go of things. If you worried about something somebody says and it's hitting you in the heart, let it go. People gonna say what they want to say, and you gotta let that go. You really, really do. Um, Set specific goals. Like I said, if you want to lose weight, I had to set many goals to lose weight. It took me so long to lose 10 pounds. And then the next time I decided to do another 10. It was a little bit easier. I met my goal quicker. So, you have to you make it easy for you. Plan it and measure it out. Even if you don't think still measure it out and see if you can get there. And if that doesn't work, let's back it up a little bit and maybe add a couple of more days to it in order to be able to meet it, or a couple of weeks. It all depends on you, but you got to be able to establish that. And then when you ensure that your goal is genuinely important to you and align with your values, then guess what? You become a lot more elevated. You become a lot more challenge driven in order to get there. Hey, Orv, how you doing? So it doesn't take long. And like I said, break down those goals into small, manageable tasks and steps. Each small victory builds the confidence. So don't hesitate to do that. Okay, you got to be able to do that. Plan for the obstacles. I've said that, and visualize your success. If you visualize your success, you spend time visualizing how to achieve your goals. Now, this comes into manifestation too, and I can go deep with this, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you can visualize yourself somewhere, or doing something, or planning something, it all depends on you. If you can visualize it, you can make it come to pass. It's not just a dream. You literally, when I say daydreaming is for real for me, it is real for me. I think it's a vision. That's what I call it. I can be sitting there and all of a sudden I can see a certain something, and it comes to pass. I literally wanted to go to Hawaii, and one day I visualized myself there. Guess what? Then I went. Sometimes you have to see yourself in a certain position or a certain place in order for you to be where you want to be. Some people can, and some people trust it, and then they go hard for it. So if you do that instead of making excuses, you can cultivate and grow your mindset to get you to the opportunity to where you want to go. And then look back at it. Come back, review your progress, review everything that it is, and make sure you celebrate it, no matter how small it be. You might just lost 2 pounds, and it took you 2 weeks to lose 2 pounds. Celebrate it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Celebrate it and let people know. And guess what? There'll be a lot of people that cheer you on. You will be surprised of how many people will come in and cheer you on what you are trying to accomplish. Now, I can tell you this, and affirmations is something that I use on a daily basis. And I tell anybody and everybody, use the affirmations. Hey, Byron Beataholic, how you doing? I wish you had been able to come on, but it's okay. Use affirmations. When you use your affirmations, you're speaking life. You are trusting the ability within you to help you mentally to get where you need to be. Like when you're reflecting deeply on what it is that you want or what it is that you need to do, my favorite is I understand my values and motivation. and I trust in my ability to set meaningful goals. Now, you can tell yourself, and I do practice the 3-6-9. I write it down 3 times, or I say it 3 times, and then I'll say it again for 6 times, or I'll write it down 6 times, and then I'll write it again for 9 times. Every time I'm writing it out and I'm saying it and making it plain. Sometimes I say it as I write it. And and what that does is it becomes a part of you. And then you're able to execute it out how you want it to go. You have to come to TikTok, bro. Come to TikTok and I can add you, okay? Um, Set specific goals. And when you want to set them, I say all the time, I am capable of setting goals, clear ones and achievable ones that reflect what I want to accomplish. There's a lot that I want to accomplish. And so I have to make sure that they're achievable. And I know that I'm setting them clear and I'm seeing it. Now, if you want to establish it, then I would say my goals are a reflection of my true desires and are bringing me closer to the life I want to live. It's a lot of people out here who wants to live a certain type of life. They want things in their life to go on. They want things, they want things to come to pass. And it don't take much. It really, really don't. It don't take much. If you set the foundation for that. So, break down your goals. And if you want to break them down, then the affirmation that I would say, I'm telling you to say, is each step I take is moving me toward my biggest goal. I celebrate every small success along the way. Not hard at all. You keep saying that, and then you're able to visualize. And when you visualize your success, you say, I see myself achieving my goals and feel the pride and satisfactions of my accomplishments. You see it. And then, hey, Logan, how are you?
Doing good.
That's great. I'm almost done with this part. Then I'm going to ask you to have, to say what you want to say. Have people to follow, like, and share this. Don't forget, people on Facebook, follow, like, and share. Okay. And so when you cultivate a growth mindset, wait. No, plan for obstacles. What you need to say when you plan for obstacles is I'm prepared for challenges and capable of adapting my strategy to overcome them. Because, like I said, a lot of times when obstacles come out, a lot of times people will tend to give up at that moment. We don't want to give up. We don't want to let it go. We're going to work through it. And because you're able to prepare for these challenges and you're able to adapt into the strategies to overcome them. So we're not going to do anything else but that. Now, to cultivate a growth mindset, a lot of times people tend to not look at that. But in order for you to meet the goals that you have to change your mindset. Because when you change your mindset, you change the way you see things, and then you're able to move on. So say this: every challenge is an opportunity to grow and learn. I am resilient and persistent in the face of setbacks. Because there will be setbacks. That's the only way that you can shake something to move something. Regularly review your progress. I've always told myself I'm committed to my progress. I will continuously adapt and celebrate every milestone achievement. Celebrating what you accomplish, no matter how big or how small, is something that you have to do. We have to sometimes encourage ourselves, because what if you do not have that support system that you're looking for? A lot of times the support system that you're looking for might not come from who you expect. That's why I tell people all the time, don't don't have expectations for people, because you will end up being hurt. So, but if, let's say, you do end up getting support, say this: I am surrounded by a supportive network that encourage and motivate me. I am not alone in my journey. I tell myself that all the time. I'm never alone in my journey, whether it's physical or spiritual. What surrounds me is my support network. and I am encouraged by that. Now, the last one, I want you to you have to practice resilience and adaptability. I am resilient in the facts and in the face of adversity, and I adapt when change occurs. I am committed to achieving my goals no matter what. It might sound repetition, but it's not. It is a way of getting yourself where you need to be, because once you use those affirmations and you be for real about it, that's where manifestation takes place. Logan,
Yes.
what questions do you ask yourself when you get ready to execute your goals?
Three things. It's actually four things. There's a saying that the Buddhists say. They say, "I can, I must." You can write this down. This is a good one. Say, "I can, I must, I will," and the last one is, "I am." No matter what you're going through in your life, when you're achieving that goal, that last one is always going to set you where you're supposed to be by saying, "I am," because you can. There's no more excuses. No more mistakes.
I like that. Okay, y'all, we met our first goal of 1,000. Let's see if we can get to 2,000. Like. What are y'all doing over there at Facebook? Because I think they got it going on over here. Thank you, Bestie. I've already exceeded 1,000 likes. Are y'all liking over there on Facebook? Let's show TikTok y'all are capable. Hopefully, okay. So let me ask you this: what is one of your goals for this year, for 2024?
For 2024.
Yeah.
One of my goals are to be stationary in radio than more than I am right now.
Okay. Thank you, Bessie. Okay. Okay, so with him saying that is a precise goal, he ensured his clarity about what he's going to achieve, and the more you're specific about it, the better. A lot of times people don't get precise in their goals. You got to get to the meat of it. It's like a business, plan that you have for yourself. So you have to get precise with this. Do you know why your goal is important to you?
Yes, I do, because I am my goal. I am my greatest competition. I do not look to nobody else but what's inside of me. And y'all always remember, when you write these goals, y'all be specific. Don't leave out one specific thing, because what's on the inside of you always manifests on the outside of you. Make sure, if you say, like, for example, say, "I'm going to be a better person in delivering when I get in front of a client." Make sure I'm talking about be specific, because when you leave one thing, that is what the universe, or if you want to use God, whatever you use in your life, that's what it's going to be given, because it's inside of you. So be very precise. And to give you a better example, some people may say, and I'm going to break this down in a better way so you can understand where I'm coming from. All right, so when you manifesting something, everybody say, "I want to be a millionaire," or "I'm going to be a millionaire." But you're not telling the universe what you need the money for, how you're going to use it, where you're going to put it to good use. Are you going to put it in a dividend portfolio, real estate, building a bank account, putting a trust for your kids, adding $100,000 to your business? Be very precise, because paperwork, that's what we call it, paperwork, but paperwork is very valuable in your manifestation. So when you ask, you already know. You're not second guessing yourself, because you're supposed to know thyself. That's the reason why I am at the end is very, very important, Because you're supposed to, it's your responsibility, nobody else, to know who you are. What do you stand for? What is your wants? And it will be given to you. Whatever you ask, it'll be given to you. But when you give those doubts, the doubts is when you do not take your time and write down your scripting of what you want. If you don't write it down and you saying I want to be a millionaire, do you realize how many other people are saying I want to be a millionaire?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be different. You can't be the same. So when you write these down, because like me, I'm always been like a odd number, like 7 or 3 or something. I may say I'm a $7 million man, or I'm a $7 million high profile man. That's the way I label myself. I don't never use even numbers, but there's a specific reason on that. So, because everybody got their own, well, I'm not going to get into the depth of that, but when you manifesting, you just use your own way. Just you ought to write a script of your own story. When you picture it and you visualize it, this, and most people have a hard time doing it. I'm going to give you 2 ways you can do it, y'all. When you write your manifestation, you write it just like a movie. Remember that. You're supposed to be able to visually picture, or on a paper, if somebody read, they'll be like, this is good. Same way your mind. That's the way your manifestation is supposed to be. So you will be able to manifest it with no problem because you scripted it as a story. Some people are able to sit there and they can jump to a screen and some people are good like that. Just think how most of these movie stars are. They are great scripters because they're able to carry out their manifestations inside a movie because they're able to do it. And you see half of them do it. A lot of them, they do it. So this is where you're supposed to be. Everybody is welcome to that world of scripting. There's no such thing as a bad scripter because you are the author of your life. Nobody else is responsible for that.
Right.
You are the author of your life. So if you don't know how to write, you better get on
it. That's true. That is true.
But if you don't know how to write, there's still some people in the world that don't know how to write. I'm going to give you another way. And I'm going to give you 2 other ways. One is visualization. Some people may look at the board and some people call it, in the world, they call it copy and pasting. They'll take a picture and say, hey, this is what I want my building to look like. This is what I want my car to look like if I want a Tesla and I don't know how to spell it. You ain't got to spell it, just get a picture. Visualization boards. You can visualize it. You can look at it. Or you can do it the hard way and just have muscle memory and remember what you want. Instead of saying over and over and over. So it's many different ways you can do it. But there's no more excuses. That's the reason why I am is very important.
That's true. That's very, very true. And so he just hit the goals, why they're important to you, your plan of action, you outline it. And you have to consider your resources and what do you need, what tools, information skills or support you might need to achieve. And like I keep saying, measure your progress. You got to give yourself a way of measuring your goals and a timeline in order to be there, and understand. So, Logan.
Yes.
How do you handle your potential obstacles that you might meet for next year based off what you already been through this year? How do you set up for that?
I got one simple way, and I'm going to give y'all a Tyler Perry secret because this is actually who I learned this from. All right. One thing that Tyler Perry, if you look at the interviews, he always talks about when he had these brain blocks. He always remember your mind, your subconscious and your conscious supposed to be merged together. One is always fighting against the other. So, like for example, say you got a lot of people that say, "Hey, I'm a millionaire," but what do your mind tell you? Some people, this is an obstacle because your mind tell you, "No, you're not."
That's subconscious.
Say, "No, you're not." So what do you do then? So what I do when I run to an obstacle, I say to my mind, I be like, what is on my mind? I am a millionaire, and it will pass. It will totally pass, y'all, because I did this so many times, it'll do it just like that. The second way is when I get into a hospital, like for example, say I'm DJing. I mean, I got it going on and mixing, and this lady come up and request this record, and DJing is just like predictions. She asked me for a song. I know in my mind, I'll be like, I know I can't play that, but I got to play it because remember, this is another thing in your manifestation. If you're in business, the customer, you're supposed to always feed to the need of your customer. Everybody matters because you never know who the universe is working through. So when I play the song, everybody leaves the dance floor. Everybody float away. I play the next hardest song I know I can play, and they still don't move. So another way I get out of that, I say, universe, you already know what I'm doing. Show me how effortlessly this comes to me. The next song I play, it just happened. But the thing is two things. You can't have no fear and no doubt. You have to be in I am mode. I am mode is just like, I know that it's going to work. I don't have to worry about anything because I am supported by the universe. I don't have to worry about anything because once you're supported by the universe, you don't worry about anything. You just ask, DJing is doing the work, and it will come immediately. Because remember, y'all, and I'm going to say this because Sonny going to love this one. You are at fault for putting a time limit on your manifestations.
That part.
Manifestations, there's no such thing as no time unless you put it there. Mm-hmm. Unless you say, like, I'm going to school and I'm going to graduate next year. Okay, that's fine. But coming to money or whatever you want or whatever you need, there's no such thing as no time. You the one put the cap on the time. You're at fault of this, and some people don't even know they're at fault of it. They really just don't. They just going by what they see the masses do instead of studying. Because when you start scripting, you will run across this by accident, but I'm just giving you these good flavored Kool-Aid flavors right now so you can understand, so you can get to it quickly without no excuses. Do not put a timestamp on whatever your manifestation is. Always say, universe, show me effortlessly how this comes to me. Do not say, I want it now. Don't say nothing of that because it's three words the universe do not respond to. Stop, now, and no. I give the best prime example. My kids can go in there and start playing and jumping around, and I say stop. What do? They'll keep playing. They'll stop for a minute, but to them, the universe is not going to respond to that. Mm-hmm. How you get their attention? You say, hey, let's come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. Come on, let's go in here and do blah, blah, blah. Some words you have to replace because the universe do not respond to it. Mm-hmm. That's even to you. If you're in a conversation and somebody talking loud to you, and you know you're being disrespectful, when you say stop yelling at me, what they're going to do? They're going to get louder.
Yeah.
Manifestation is always in calmness, not destruction or survival mode. Remember this, y'all. You can always say, why won't you say something like, hey, can you lower your tone talking to me? It's very disrespectful. It's a way you can say everything. So this is the character of what you need to understand when you manifest. And your words is what's inside of you. It comes out of you. And what stops you in what you do. And we don't want to be at fault for this. We have to change our mind in the way we say things. And a lot of people are like, hey, I want to be me. It's fine. I want you to be you. But even the universe, be careful of what it gives to you. Think about it. It be very careful. It'll put you through these trials to see actually, are you who you say you are?
Exactly.
And some people don't realize that. So we have to sometimes it's better to slow to speak, quick to listen. Y'all remember that. Because half the time when you do a manifestation, it don't take number 3 seconds for you to mess the whole thing up. And then you may be on punishment. Remember, the universe, there's a good thing. It's good karma and bad karma in manifestation. That's the reason why I keep bringing this back so y'all get a good understanding on time limit. Because the universe will give you chance after chance after chance until it says you don't want it. By the words that you speak, because what you speak, it comes into existence. If you don't think you the bomb, just like me, I think I'm the bomb.
You are.
Nobody got to hear that. I know I'm the bomb, but I don't have to speak it out loud because my existence speaks for that. I don't have to say nothing. Mm-hmm. My existence, some things you don't have to say. Your existence speaks for that. Whatever you manifest on the inside of you, it comes out of you. Some people don't understand this. It's just like my grandmama used to say. My grandmama used to say, whatever you put on the inside of you, it'll come out of you one day. She wasn't talking about just food, y'all. She was talking about your thinking and your manifestation. So, only thing that I want y'all to do is take your time, learn how to respond, because your reaction can cost you your manifestation.
That's true.
Remember. So we got to live in the days, and y'all can tap that like, because I know I'm giving Jews you didn't know. Tap that screen. Some of y'all didn't even notice, and I know you didn't notice. So tap that screen. She need to get up to like 4,000 likes before I get off. So y'all tap the screen. We got 5 people. I done seen it done, so we got 5 people on here. So come on. But anyway, if you have any questions, you can welcome to ask me. I'm open for open dialogue on that, but manifestation is my thing. You have to live it, walk it. And I'm going to break this down in a better way, and I'm going to go back to, because I know some of y'all saying, I can. It's step 1. I must is number 2. I will, and I am. It's really a secret chopper. If you know anything about choppers, I can is you what? I'm thinking. Remember, I will is what? The action part, your research part. Remember, whatever you're going to do, you got to do the research. Whatever it is, you're going to have to do research. Do not be lazy, y'all. This is how you do not, because if you want manifestation, if you want to be a millionaire, do your research. If you want to be $100,000 bracket, do your research. Trust me, your manifestations will come quicker. If you just sit down and you just pray, yes, manifestations do come sometime, but it's very low volume. Very low volume. So you use and enhance certain things that you learn in order to get that experience. I will is when you put everything together. We put it all together. You don't put everything together. And I am is consistency. Because you being consistent what you want. And you ain't even thinking about it. You got to let it go. Once you get to step 2, you got to let everything go. Don't think about it no more. Put it in a box somewhere. Put it in a safe somewhere. Put it in your wallet or your purse. And leave it somewhere and let it sit for a couple of months or a year. Leave it there. Forget about it. You got to let that go. If you say you're going to be a millionaire, when I wrote that in my script and in my book, I ain't looked at that in about 9 months. I always look at it once a year. Because when I say universe, let it come to me effortlessly. It's showing me all around me. Everything comes to me that I want, whatever my wants and needs is coming. Mm-hmm. So it's showing me signs, and this is one thing that you'll know you being consistent when everything comes to you effortlessly, no matter what it is, no matter if it's money, knowledge, exercise, everything. And remember, believe it or not, I had a guru tell me this one time, and I used to laugh at what he said, but I finally caught on what he said. He said, y'all can laugh all you want to, but good karma is when you work out. Bad karma is when you don't work out. Do you fully realize 99% of the people that you see that are rich, they work out? Think about what I'm saying. If you are rich or you want to be rich, you work out. It is a good thing. I ain't talking about being swole muscles and all that kind of stuff. None of that stuff. I'm talking about working out. You can work out 15 minutes a day, just walking, running, whatever your per se. Start off like that, because remember, it takes mind power to keep these abilities going.
It also gives you clarity in what you're trying to do. It helps you get the focus that you need in order to get where you're going.
Yes. So take your time, y'all. It's too easy now. You got Chat GPT. If you don't want to work out, go to Chat GPT and get you one. It'll give you the best one for your age and everything. So, like they said, no more excuses.
Yeah. So we're gonna do this, y'all, because I know a lot of times when people look at it, that's 365 days within the year in order to define your annual goals. So we're gonna break it down. Any goals that you have, whatever it is, take it to pen to paper, and I need you to do the following. We're gonna break this up in quarterly, because guess what? Business don't succeed by just doing a year-end goal or what the projection or the forecast of what they want. They break it down into quarterly. So you have 4 quarters in a year. I want you to clarify your end of year target. I want you to ensure it's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, and time bound. That's what SMART is. Like I did in my class before, I talked about SMART, and that's something that everybody should use. It's not just for a business. This is your everyday life. You have to be specific. You have to have measurable goals, attainable goals, relevant goals, and time-bound goals. That's what SMART is all about. So once you do that and you understand that, then I need you to break it down. You got 4 quarters. You're going to split the main goal into 4 smaller objectives. Each goal should have a milestone that contributes to an annual goal. In the 4 quarters, you're going to also put achievable goals each month. Your first quarter, because some people don't do this as business start their quarter has already started. They're going into their second quarter now. But we're going to start our first quarter for January through March. Okay? When you do that, that sets your foundation. I want you to focus on establishing habits and routines that will help you achieve your goals. If your goal is to get fit, then you might want to involve regular exercise and healthy eating into that. Don't say a diet, because there's no such thing as a diet, because nobody ever keeps that. So you're going to have start doing healthy eating. That's just an example. But like I said, January, February, March. That's why I'm telling you this now, because you have enough time within this week in order to start executing what you need to do for your first quarter. Your second quarter is April through June. You're going to build up your progress. You're going to intensify the efforts. You're going to expand on what's working for you and maybe increase the intensity of what's working for you and diversify what you need to. And what I mean by, hey, Sandra, how you doing, sweetheart? What I mean by, diversifying, bring in other things. Sometimes, we always work on our strengths, but we also got to diversify in order to bring our weaknesses to a strength. So diversify that. Like I'm talking about exercise now. If I'm going to diversify, that means I'm going to change the way I eat. I'm going to do different things that's going to help me that in order to have a better eating. I might want to eat more vegetables and less meat. Let's diversify. I love me some meat now. So, but I'm going to have to do some changes in order to get that accomplished. Then you do your third quarter. Wait. Let me go back, because I'm looking at my notes. That midway check-in, like we did this year, we did a midway check-in in June. You're going to celebrate your progress, and you're going to recalibrate your actions to increase the efficiency. Emily just said Proverbs 23:7 in the Amplified Bible, Classic Edition 7. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. You win or lose is established in which one image and accept who or what they are. I am, I will, etc. Okay. Yep, that's correct. Um, Now, as far as the third quarter goes, that's July through September. You're going to overcome placebos. You're going to the plateaus that come into place because sometimes, people they get stagnated. So this is you address this and you don't want to lose your motivation because you just came over a hump. So we're going to start increasing and introducing new strategies and challenges to rejuvenate interest in progress. That's the only way. You have to, you have to be able to do that to make the choices and the different things that you need done in your life. So that's the way to accomplish. Okay. Now, your fourth quarter, because you're at the end final stretch now, that's October through December. Like a lot of us are in our fourth quarter. You're going to intensify during October and November to get to that end goal for December. Or you might increase your whatever it is, the actions of anything that you're trying to do, and to ensure that by December you're where you need to be, or if you even close. Because I don't see any, even if you don't get all the way into the goal, you get to the goal. You get what I'm saying? So when you get to the goal, December, which is now, you prepare for your review. When you review at the end for the entire year of what has went on in these four quarters, you celebrate the successes, you understand your progress through it, and you learn from any setbacks that you might have happened. You don't never let the setback be your kickback. You go forward and then you figure out what you can do better and what you can do different with that. Your quarterly reviews, you're going to evaluate and adjust at the end of each quarter. Assess what's working and what's not. Like I said before, make adjustments to your strategies, your mindset, and resources as necessary. It might be necessary that you do that once a month. Some people do it every 3 months, but it's up to you on how you want to break that down. Now, your supportive actions, monthly breakdowns, further break down quarterly goals into monthly targets to have a clear focus on each month. Work your weekly and daily tasks, identify them and what needs to be done each week, each day to meet your monthly targets. Now, number 6 in all of this, I need you to do regular reflections. I want you to spend time weekly or monthly reflecting on your progress, challenges faced, and any adjustment needed going forward. I do this all the time. Sometimes it depends on what I have going on and where I'm trying to go. I usually do it every week. Every Saturday in the morning, I'm reflecting and I am analyzing. I'm being very critical of myself. A lot of times I say that's not a good thing, but when you have goals to where you got to reach, sometimes it is warranted and sometimes it's needed in order for you to get where you're going. Now, regular reflections, like I said, is always needed, but you got to have adaptability. You got to be able to be flexible. Okay, life is unpredictable. Like the weatherman, he said it's not going to rain. You step outside, it's pouring down, raining. It's unpredictable. Be prepared to adapt your the quarterly plans to accommodate any changes, any circumstances, with still and keep your eyes on the end game of what your goal is. You know what the goal is. You know, I've always told myself I have a 6-figure mindset. I'm going to have a 7-figure bank account because with this 6-figure mindset, I'm deserving and I know that I have that 7-figure bank account. So, with that even being said, make sure you break down your annual resolutions into quarterly segments. You can make the goals less daunting and more achievable when you do it this way. You allow yourself with the regular assessments and the adjustments that you have to make. You keep you motivated, and and if you have to have accountability partners, have those accountability partners. It is nothing wrong with having. I call it my tribe, my village, my peeps. They're there for me. They're pushing me. They cheerlead me on just like I do for them. I'm the one that will push you harder than you will ever know. Those who know, right, Logan? Um, so make sure that you know, and then and you do this. Like, let's say because I did break this down a little bit farther. So, like January to March, because I asked myself this question. So, when you establish your foundation, because a lot of times when I say establish foundation, some people don't know how to get there to go. So, I want you to define. This is me. I'm going to give you what I did as a content creator. This is what I wrote out for me, because I have several things going on, but I'm going to talk about me as a content creator. This is what I set. My goal, my annual goal is to have 100,000 subscribers, followers. I want 100,000. I have 10,000, 10.7 to be exact, I think. But I want my people to be more engaging and consistent, and I want to be able to provide them the content that changes their life. As a content creator, that's what I want to do. So I am reestablishing my foundation. So what I'm doing is now I'm defining my content, my niche, and my target audience. I have multiple ones because I deal with health and beauty and fashion. I also like shooting guns, and I also like doing reviews on different things. So I have to define these three things in order to move it in a way. So what I did was I took my three and I did separate. But all of this is me being a content creator. I developed, and I'm not completely through. I have the first half of the year already done with my content calendar. Um, and I'm going to start giving more content instead of just on Wednesday and putting out what been given to me to review. I'm gonna do way more than what I used to do. Create and optimize 24 pieces of content. I've got that. I'm optimizing now. Setting up my channels. I have more channels I have to set up and get it done. And Logan's going to help me because most of them are going on my restream. Those that I can, I do. Right now, I'm broadcasting, just so y'all know, I'm broadcasting on TikTok, I'm broadcasting on YouTube, and I'm broadcasting on Facebook. So I'm already using 3. My end game is to do at least 9. So you have, like I said, and this is not unreachable. It's just that I have to get a better understanding of how to work my platforms within what I have. And then you set up after I do that, I got to get my marketing strategies together. And then lastly, and I always tell people this, so I have to tell myself this. Now I got to establish an email list. You'll be surprised because once you get those people, they're going to be wanting things. You're going to be doing giveaways. You're going to be giving out the deets and stuff. You'll be giving out information just like I just did about doing your annual goals into 4 quarters to make it easier and more attainable for yourself. Also, my second quarter, which is April through June, I'm going to expand and I'm going to do more engagement. I'm going to start collaborating more with other influencers and creators that are in my same niche. So if you're out there and you see what I do, I talk a lot about manifestation like Logan. I talk about affirmations. I talk about centering yourself and doing mental work as well as everything else. and everything in between, fashion, technology, everything. So when you figure all that and you put it together, then you're able to find the people who does the same thing, and you get to collaborate. And then you need to introduce new content series, which I'm working on. And if you want, I suggest you subscribe, because I'm gonna start getting. If you want to be a content creator, or you're looking for other avenues of doing that, join my subscribe with me. Join. And because I'm going to start giving a lot of information in there as well that I might not be giving out. I don't mind giving out free information, but as my team has said, I deserve the coins too. I love being a blessing to people, but six-figure mindset has to get that seven-figure pay. So make sure that you increase your posting. That's what I got to do. I'm gonna start posting more, and I'm gonna start setting up campaigns. That's what I have down, and I'm getting my website done this year. Yay, yay! So I can do more, boost my traffic into both avenues of what I do. So you need to do that. And so that's in my second quarter. That's a lot. So in my third quarter, I'm going to optimize and I'm going to diversify. Like I said, I'm getting the website done, and that's going into both, because that's the last thing to come into. And I know how I am. I'm very ticky. So I know it's going to take maybe another couple of weeks within the third quarter in order to get it done. I'm going to introduce guests, post, and feature a different range of content. I'm going to set bi-weekly newsletters. And I got a question mark by that, because I got next year or the year after. I also said top performing contents and topics. I might have to. I want to do more detailing in that, and I want to engage more with the community. I want to start doing a lot more invites, just like I've already wrote out what I'm going to do every month for those who does have side hustles, or are in a business, or thinking about a business, or wanting to be a content creator. I'm setting up to where we can meet once a month and have brunch. And we're going to talk this thing out. We're going to all be accountable for each other. And then for the fourth quarter, I'm going to scale and I'm going to solidify. I'm going to launch my end of year series and a special event. I'm preparing to affiliate, which I'm already working on. And I didn't know I was going to get the quickness as it is with sponsorships and affiliates getting back with me, which I'm proud of myself for that. I'm going to start hosting outside of what I do here. And I'm going to start doing more innovating, and if you have a highly requested topic or you have a question or anything, I'm going to start doing more of that as well. And I'm going to do a comprehensive review and plan for the following year's strategy, which I think I'm going to continue to work on. And that's something, because I know I want the next year to be bigger than this 2024. So that's just giving you for you and it's an example, but this is my life that I just gave out to you, just to show you that you can do this. You can set up the plan. You can call it just like I did. The first quarter, establish the foundation. Second quarter, expand and engage. Third quarter, optimize and diversify. Fourth quarter, scale and solidify. You can do that. And then you break it down. Now, if you need something or you need help with that, subscribe and I can help you with that. Subscribe and I can help you with that. I also have books, and I will be also doing book reviews. Hopefully I'll be able to get my book club started, because I like to read. And so, Logan, what did you think about my annual goal broke down in 4?
To be honest, I've been doing that for like 9 years now. So actually, like right now, because I'm a DJ, and I work, and Also, I'm an investor. We think 3 months ahead. So actually, like right now, everything I'm doing right now,
It's
I'm
the same
already
thing.
3 months way ahead already right now. So actually, by the time I get to January, I'll already be in April. So the thing is that y'all, she's telling you the beginner way. Once you get ahead, once you begin to get advanced in ahead, then you'll see proper preparation leads to no poor performance, y'all. So you're gonna need that, y'all. So you need to, because the way we used to do it ain't working, y'all. We used to give these New Year's resolution, it ain't working, y'all. That stuff don't work. They say it do. A lot of people say, hey, I got New Year ready. 90% of them don't even stick to it. So, it's a good thing that she's showing you that, because actually that's what the millionaire does. That's what people like Apple and Amazon and people like that.
Corporate businesses.
Yes, that's what they do. They just don't be sitting there playing it by a month. They be 3 quarters ahead of you. So that's how the rich stay rich, y'all. Playing it 3 months ahead. So get it in your head. This is new game for you. And I appreciate y'all getting it up to like 4,000 likes. So we're going to set a quota for Sonya. Every time she go live, she got to get to this 4,000 likes, y'all. Y'all got to give her something. Give her payment in likes. You got to give her something back to where, like, if you want this good, because it's plenty more knowledge up in these brains. But like she said, you gotta just subscribe and stay tuned, because she has a lot for y'all. So just think about it. Your brand is your knowledge. So whatever knowledge you are trying to obtain, and you can get it here, you ain't got to go nowhere else. You can just subscribe, sit back and listen and write notes. Because you never know who's going to pop up. So it's a good thing, y'all. Y'all need that proper preparation in your life, because it's going to help you in the long run. Trust me. It don't seem like it's going to help at first, but trust me, once you get in the wing of it, man, it's awesome. You're going to need it. And she has the way, and it's a good way, because you ain't gonna find it nowhere else. Everybody talks, but they can't produce. So just go ahead and let this young lady of mine, this is my older sister, y'all, but
older.
Yeah, older.
There must be a difference in us.
But I gotta make them jokes.
I know.
But like I said, let the knowledge pay for itself. Yeah, let the knowledge pay for itself. That 4.3 look mighty good right now. We can get it up probably about 6K next week. So y'all sitting there, y'all doing that, just tap that screen, just study tap
and share it. I would love for y'all to share. I'm hoping to see what's going on the other side on Facebook and see how many people did what I requested. It's always slow over there. We already know what's over there, but it's fine. But yeah. So Logan, I have a question, because I like asking questions and stuff, and this is just almost like a conversation starter. So let me ask you something. In your biography, which chapter would you ask your parents to skip?
I would ask them to skip probably the middle part, because.
And what would be the title of that chapter?
The resource.
The resource.
It's going to be called a resource, because the lacking of understanding is always the lack of resource. So I want to give them a better resource. So it's going to piss them off, but it's fine. Sometime, you give them that resource, it's either going to make them see the truth on the balance of the universe, or it's not. You're not going to see it. And some people don't see it. Some people, it's too late. But it's the resource, because that's the same way with everybody. I always want to be a resource to have an avenue for everybody. Okay. Everybody.
Okay.
But my parents, I always give them a good resource. But it's gonna piss them off though.
Yeah, I get
In
it.
particular one, you know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a breakup with a friend, and what was the reason?
Um, to be honest, I had like 9 breakups because like I'm going through this flawless stage right now to where if you're not, because my tribe is around knowledge. If you do not want to attain, because if you're a Christian or whatever your teaching is, I can go from Christian all the way over to Buddha, but it's still saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Our problem is we be in lack because of knowledge. Everybody keep talking about losing. The universe do not create losers. Y'all remember this. Losing is not what people think it is. It's either you learn or you win. There's no such thing as losing. Because that's the reason why the universe gives you so many chances, because its job is not to let you lose. And everybody got the game screwed up. They don't understand. It is there for a reason. So therefore, when you know what the truth is, you don't some things you don't have to put up with anymore. You don't even have to say, everything, and the breakups that I had with those 9 friends of mine, I didn't have to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not a mumbling word. Because number one, you know what I stand for.
Right.
Everybody that's been around me, they know what I stand for.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to have a mindset to live. And everybody don't want to live. I'm just being honest. Everybody don't want to live. So I'm gonna name one. I ain't gonna name the person, but this in particular person would come around, ask questions. I would teach them and disappear. I'd never hear from them for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks.
We all have that person in our life.
So what I did was I didn't even stop answering the phone. I answered the phone, and I did. In my world we call it lead on knowledge. What lead on knowledge is, you lead the conversation, but I'm silent. So I just let them did all the talking. I was silent. I was like, yeah, you're right. And I'll just leave it at that. And they was like, well, you just don't want to be around me. That's the first thing. I didn't say nothing about that. Mm-hmm. It just come flat out of their mouth. Mm-hmm. So it was my turn to tell the truth. I was like, no, it's not that I'm going to be around you. It's because your mindset. Because some people are cover of knowledge, but they don't put themselves to where like they use it in their everyday life. Mm-hmm. And I don't have to judge because you can see it. You ain't got to say nothing because it'll come out of them by their knowledge base. And a lot of people don't understand. That's the reason why sometimes, I do it all the time, I'll be quiet. I'll be quick to listen though. I'll be listening. But I'll be slow to speak. And that meaning in that is sometimes people, they'll tell off on themselves and they don't even realize it. They don't even realize you ask the universe for something and he'll give it flat to you, and then the response, they're going to response again. How you respond is what determines the outcome of the conversation. And make it so bad, that same person came out to support me to DJ Friday, on Saturday and Sunday. Spoke, hey, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Lit. But yet still, I ain't heard from him no more. Mm-hmm. There's no, like they said, no more mistakes. And I'll tell you what that means on the next conversation. Everybody thinking like, why you keep saying no more mistakes? Okay. It's either you learn or you win. But that's a whole conversation on when I say no more mistakes. No more mistakes. Because I don't even consider the universe, I look at it the same way the universe is. The universe don't see male nor female. Everybody probably put a label. The universe don't put a label on nothing. You are what your name is. Don't care nothing about you being male or female. You are Sonya. I am Byron.
Yeah. That's true.
It does not change.
So let me ask you this. If your life was a video game, which level would be the most difficult to get through?
Ultimate Instinct.
I said, what level will it be difficult for you to get through? What level?
Ultimate Instinct.
And what level is that by number?
That would be number 9.
Number 9. Oh, okay.
1 out of 10, that'd be number 9, and I'm gonna tell you why. Everybody has a formality to where they look at something and you conquered everything. But there has to be a place to where you say it's enough, Because once you get to that completion of 9, the universe takes over. And that's been, I let the universe take over. Sometimes I find myself, I'll be like, what do you want me to do now? And he'll say, shut up. And I just shut up. But inside of me, I'll be like, you want me to shut up right now? But you have to be obedient, obey. And they call that ultimate instinct. That's what they call it. It's movement, non-movement, non-verbal, without any oral or not asking any questions. Because we've always been the one to always want to be in the know, and we ask questions. So when the universe is controlled, you're not supposed to be asking questions. You're supposed to let it be controlled because you are the king or the queen of your kingdom. So that's the reason why they call it ultimate instinct. You let the universe, or you want to say God, in full control, and you do not question it. You have more gratitude than you do anything. You got it?
Yeah, you know I do. Let me ask y'all something, because I know I didn't talk about wealth autonomy in 2024, but I have 5 strategies. If you want to see the 5 strategies, I need you to start liking, and I can tell you what some things that you can do to start, and it's real simple. It's some things that you might know, but you just haven't executed. So if you would like,
5,000 likes. Tap that screen. 5,000 likes.
I'm not trying to do 5,000. I just want to see them like the screen so I can
like the screen and share it. The next person, because I done shared it. Somebody share it. Let me see who shared, because I can see it. Somebody share it somewhere. Share it to a text, Facebook, or somewhere. Because you got some listeners on here. Somebody share it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get started. I have 5 strategies for financial freedom, because we're going to always be financially free in any year that we're going into. So the basis of one that you can do real easy is investing in stock market. The details to this. Let me give you what I put. You can invest in a diversified portfolio in your stock. If you got a 401k, diversified. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate you sharing it.
Can I say something?
Hold on, let me finish. Get your index funds or your EFTs. Broaden your market exposure and focus on the higher growth section. Even in your 401k, you can do this. So whatever you got to do, make your phone calls to whatever company your company use, and start making those changes so your dollars can gain. The con to this is because of how shaky the market is. There can be some short-term losses. So make sure that you research and make your informed decisions on what you're needing to do for this first one. What do you want to say?
How many? If there's any beginners in the stock market, the best thing I can tell you is go to M1 Finance, pick the Magnificent 7. That's what we call them. It's going to be Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, VOO. VOO is an ETF fund. It's got the top 500 companies of the NASDAQ. All right, DTI. Make sure you get those two ETF funds. So that's your diversification. So it's you get those six, and the last and most important one that you get, y'all, is, and a lot of people disagree with this one, but they call it's the Magnificent for a reason, and that's going to be Walmart. Some people use Facebook. Some people go to Walmart because you know that you got to have that grocery store in there. But get those seven. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor.
Mm-mm.
I got to put that clause in there because
we're not. Right.
I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use those top seven and use it. You can go to Moomoo app. You can go to Webull. You can go, but my favorite one is M1 Finance. Or if you want to use a broker that your company, any company can use Fidelity. If you have a 401k, you can always change it over to Fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
That's another secret. I ain't gonna tell y'all too many more secrets that a lot of people don't know. Any company except Fidelity, I don't care who it is, because they've been around for over 100 some years. But you can use those seven. Take those seven. They call it the Magnificent Seven. You can take this, put in your portfolio, dollar cost average, DCA that thing, and you'll be fine.
Okay. Number 2, real estate investment. I'm going to tell you this. If you're not able to do it now, to purchase property, to rent out for a rental income or investment, get your group. Something is better than nothing. Get your group that's like-minded like you, that's not going to try to cheat you or con you. I'm saying all this because you do have people that will try. They'll, so you got to be trustworthy with your group, and y'all can buy land. There's a lot of people doing it now. A lot of people buying up land, buying up buildings together, and they made themselves equal partnerships. It's not about how to get there, is getting there. So you have to start somewhere. So make sure you do that. It's sustainable income, is flexible, and it helps you. Time consuming, yes, that's a con for that. It's time consuming, and you do have to have an initial investment. Now, I don't consider that as a con, but it can be if you ain't got it. And risk of failure and financial losses. There's always risk in anything, so you got to make sure you do your due diligence. But it is a good place to start. Now, my favorite is number 3, which is start a side business. I call it the side hustle. A lot of times people need to start a side business in order to get where they need to go. Ideally, your niche. If you have your niche and you're passionate about it, then do it. You can always figure it out. If the hobby works, as I call it, if it works, then start online. If you're good at consulting, crafting, or even if you want to do drop shipping, start. That's the best thing you could ever do. Start. And once you start and you understand the income growth and the flexibility that you have, it'll be worth it. I promise you it'll be worth it. Side businesses is the one thing that you can do. You can do Amazon. I'm an Amazon affiliate. You can do it, and you'll be surprised of the money that you can have coming in by doing these side hustles. So make sure that it can be time consuming for real. So know that. The one thing that a lot of times they say is peer-to-peer lending. There are people that do that. You invest your money in a lending platform, and where you can directly lend to individual and small businesses, and once they perform, you get your high return, and then you get it. But see, there's a fault, because sometimes they're default by the borrower, and this is a loss of your capital. Okay, so be mindful. Like I said, do your due diligence, study, understand when you're doing peer to peer. Okay, make sure. And then last, acquire a new skill in education. When you acquire that, you'll be surprised at where that could take you in your side hustle, or where it could take you in anything you decide to do. So educating yourself. I am one, my whole family are educators. And what I mean by that, we're self-taught, not always in a school. I'm self-teaching myself. I'm self-teaching myself right now with Chat GPT, and I'm loving it. I'm learning more things. I got some stuff I got to give out to my brothers that to help them along in what what they have and what they're learning and expanding on. But y'all will be surprised. Don't let these folks tell you that this is a conspiracy or whatever. There are people making a lot of money using chat GPT. So you want to know more, you can get in my little class, subscribe, and you can learn. And I mean, it's easy money. It depends on how you want to do it. It's so much y'all can do, from doing creams. I know people who are now killing the game that started, and that's all you got to do is just get started. They making oils, colognes. I mean, some of everything, and you can get out here and do this and make your money. But you can't be afraid of a side hustle. Side hustles are way better than going out getting a second job. I'm going to say it again. Side hustles are way better than getting a second job. The one thing I have to tell you about your side hustle, be great in your customer service. Do not be lame like a lot of these places. See, Walmart think they're going to always be on top. I'm not praying for their downfall, but when your customer service sucks and you're not doing anything about it, one day people are going to wake up and they're going to start going somewhere else, because there are other places and the service is a lot better. And I chalk it to the people you hire and what you allow them to do in your business, instead of you doing what it takes in order to exemplify what you started in the beginning. A lot of companies feel like customer service training is not needed, but it is needed more now than ever. And that's why small businesses are killing the game, and especially if they have great customer service, just like KTP, Unlimited Enterprise, great customer service. And if you don't know, you know now. They are connoisseurs of colognes and perfumes. He got the industry beat because he know his stuff. So that's just a prime example. Customer service is everything. I cannot speak more, and if you need training for that, let me know, because I've worked in the customer service industry for a very long time, all my life to be exact. So in order for you to get an understanding that the way that you move and the way that you talk to your business, to your people for your business, is everything. And if you don't understand that, people know when you conning them, people know when you shaking something up to bake instead of just being true to yourself and being honest. People know. So customer service is the way. Be on time. If you know that something's going to be late, email them. If you know that you're going to be out and you're not going to be able to fulfill, put that notification in on your social media pages and on your web page. Every little thing counts. The one thing you don't want to do is tick somebody off. I have to do a review on a product now, and I'm going to state it took 3 months for them to get the product to me. For me, they wanted me to review, which I understand. I'm giving them some grace about it, because they got the address wrong the first time, but still, it shouldn't have took 3 months. But it is what it is. So with even that being said, know that the fact that you elevating yourself for 2024, and if you take away the key components that I gave you, you can make it. you will succeed. Like I said, I will be doing a another annual and I don't want to call it a the board party. I gotta find another name because we're doing mirrors this year, and I think that's an excellent thing to do because with your quarterly, you can always change it. I don't think that the vision board this time is going to be sufficed enough unless that's what you want to do. I will have poster boards just in case, but for those, bring your mirrors. Bring your mirrors so you can be able to make the changes that you need to change every quarter. And if it's something that you haven't met and you still want to push it over to the next quarter, make sure you do that evaluation every on the third month of each quarter so you can build on to that. Okay. So we're going to do our, and it's going to be at the end of January. I will be getting the I will be getting the information out quickly once I get a place locked. Sometimes I don't like doing it. I might not get a place. I'm not sure because I might just do it live and see if I can get everybody to be a part of that. So with that being said, Logan, can you tell people more about you and everybody who haven't followed him need to follow him?
Yes, my name is the Beataholic DJ 783. I am a mix show DJ for 97.9 The Beat, WKBVL, the Central Coast of Texas, and many more. Also, you can catch me. Live each and every Thursday on Facebook, on YouTube. Also, you go to my YouTube page. That's the Beataholic DJ 783. I upload mixtapes on the weekend, on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and my remixes. Need a DJ? Book the Beataholic DJ at DJ783clubmixjock@gmail.com, or just do like everybody else, inbox and message me, and we'll go from there.
And he's on TikTok as well. Will you be going live on TikTok?
Yes, first week in January.
Okay, y'all have it. He's going live on Facebook. On TikTok, first week in January. If you're not following him, follow him now so you won't miss. Because when I tell you he is the king of Southern Soul Remix, he got it on lock. And I'm not just saying that just to be saying that. He got it on lock. He got it on lock. So follow him and share him to everybody who loves Southern Soul music. Hopefully I can get him on and he can do a live performance so y'all can see this brother on his skills of being the beataholic that he is. Okay. So with that even being said, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for showing me the love. I know, right? That's right, Scratch. He is. So I want to tell y'all this, and I say it all the time. And that's just me because I need this embedded in your head. When respect is no longer being served, love yourself enough to leave the table. But if it's your table, love yourself enough to remove who's at your table. Because respect is everything. Respect is love, and love is respect. So if something ain't going right, remove it. Remove it. And if you got to tear it down and rebuild. Because you deserve so much more in your life. You really, really do. So much more. And it's so much more living to do. So I'm hoping that this was a blessing. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like I said, got to start somewhere. So I'm starting. And I will be live tomorrow. And I'm going over the chakras and how to remove the blockages in the chakras, even the signs that you can use and when you're manifesting and meditating that you can use with that. Because I think you got to get an understanding when it comes to you, your body as one, that there are 7 portions of you that has to be in a line. in order for you to manifest the greatness that you are looking for in your life. And once you get there, it doesn't come, it comes like this. Whatever you say, it comes like this. Once you get everything removed that needs to be removed and unblocked, you're centered. Okay? So with that being said, I will see y'all tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I thank you all for being on Let's Bring It to the Table. This is an Exquisite Taste Network production. And I bid you all good night.